In today's press conference, Carlo Ancelotti confirmed that Jude Bellingham was out for the game against Valladolid. He is expected to miss 1 month, which might potentially include a Champions League game. When asked about what went wrong in the match against Mallorca, Carlo said that the issues were very obvious and they worked on them in training. He was also asked about Rodrigo's post after the game against Mallorca. Carlo said that there was no issues and that Rodrigo would be a key member of the team. Carlo was also asked about the lack of depth at center back. Only Rudiger and Militao are the only registered center backs in the squad for the game on Sunday. He responded by saying that Tchouaméni could play at center back, and if there was any emergencies, players from the Castilla could be called up. And he was also asked about Hendrik, and he indirectly said that it's very unlikely that Hendrik would see any minutes in this game. And one of the last most notable things that was asked in the press conference was about the team training on the Santiago Bernabeu pitch on Thursday. He wanted the players to play on the pitch because he said, quote, due to the modifications of the pitch. It's no secret that since the renovation of the Bernabeu, the grass has suffered tremendously. As some of you might know, the groundsman who used to manage the Bernabeu pitch actually resigned when he saw the plans of how they were going to manage the greenhouse of the grass underground, because he had serious concerns about how that would affect the quality of the grass. And many of you might recall when Pep Guardiola played us in the Champions League last season in the quarterfinals, his comments about the quality of the grass at the Bernabeu. And some people have attributed the injury that Jude Bellingham suffered last season from that same reason, from that same thing, which is the grass. Now, moving on to the actual game, because Bellingham is out, that means either Luka Modric or Arda Güler will start this game. Some have speculated whether Rodrigo would actually play at the 10 and Arda Güler would play higher up the pitch, more on that right side. But being that this is a team that just got promoted from the Segunda and Real Madrid is expected to have a lot more possession of the ball, it would not surprise me if we saw Luka Modric start this game. In their last game, Valladolid played a 4-5-1 with more of a mid-block, and they were able to beat Espanyol by winning the ball higher up the field and scoring from a very quick transition opportunity. Now, Real Madrid is pretty used to teams coming to the Bernabeu and sitting in a deep block, but that might not be the case for the game on Sunday. Now, one of the things that we commonly see from teams that are just recently promoted is that it's a very physical game. And given that this game is going to be played at 5:30 p.m. Spain time, with the heat in Spain, the temperature and fatigue might be a factor in the second half. So the hope is, if it is a tight game and it is close, that Carlo Ancelotti will be ready to make substitutions earlier. Ferland Mendy is suspended for this game, but the good news is he's only suspended for 1 match despite receiving a straight red from his tackle in the last game. That would likely mean that Fran Garcia will start this game, and he has a history of being sort of erratic and not being very press resistant. But what better test for him than a game against a newly promoted side at home? So a big opportunity for him to try to earn more minutes this season, which will be really needed if Real Madrid is going to be competing in all of the different trophies. One of the other keys in this match is hopefully seeing if Arda Güler actually starts. He was a sensational for Turkey in the Euros, and he seems like the right player to give balance to the squad. If Rodrigo gets his wish of playing at the 10, that's a position that really suits him because he likes to come short, combined with players in tighter spaces. So I expect Rodrigo to really have an exceptional game on Sunday. Brahim Diaz is another player who is impressed and I hope gets more minutes. The key in this game could be the substitutions, and we hope with the schedule for the coming season we'll see more substitutions. Hopefully players like Dani Carvajal come out for Lucas Vázquez. Maybe Dani Ceballos coming in for Valverde if we're up. Potentially seeing Hendrik have minutes in this game and make his debut. I expect Real Madrid to win on Sunday, but the most important thing in this match is going to be the process. To find a way to beat deep blocks, to be less predictable, to find the balance and chemistry between the players up top. Let me know who you guys think should start this game. Is it Arda Güler or Luka Modric? Thank you for watching. Hala Madrid.